Hello, my name is McCluskey, and today I'll be sharing with you how I believe we can improve community engagement in our magnificent city. Crumpy City has many essential services, such as parks, playgrounds, libraries, sporting venues, and a great deal more. This has created the chance for a greatly established community to mutually benefit and thrive. However, the community participation throughout these fantastic facilities is subpar. These facilities must be effectively advertised and appeal to the key publics if the council truly wishes to experience community engagement. I strongly believe we will be able to significantly influence the level of participation throughout our community in the next 3 months if we implement my suggested plans. The issue of a lack of community engagement is indicative to a public-initiated public relations problem. However, the fact that the level of participation is a problem in the first place classes as an organisation-initiated public relations problem. Wendy Marks, president of Marks Communications, declares that in today's modern era, PR is facing its own PR crisis. It turns out that PR representatives aren't master communicators when it comes to their own profession. Our recent studies show that a significant number of executives don't believe that PR delivers good value to their brand. I believe this lack of faith in our own system is becoming evident to the citizens of Crumpy City. This encourages citizens to develop negative connotations, whether they acknowledge it or not. The Australian government website refers to community engagement as a way of ensuring and giving the community access to valued social settings and activities, which then provide the opportunity to develop functional capabilities that enable all parties to participate and benefit fully. The council's services, programs and projects are funded from business rates and property owner rates, meaning that our organisation cannot sufficiently function without community engagement. So here's what I believe we can do to not only fix it, but rid Crumpy City Council from this oppressing PR struggle for a substantial period, if not for good. The first step is to identify who we are targeting. Who do we wish to use the facilities we provide? Obviously, in this scenario, we wish for the entire community to benefit from the use of our facilities. Councils just like us here in Crumpy City use undifferentiated marketing to appeal to the general community. This makes them inherently vulnerable to changes in the marketing environment. Besides, customers have few reasons for developing loyalty to an undifferentiated product or service. Firms that try to satisfy everyone in the market with one standard product may be challenged by competitors focusing on delighting a smaller segment of the population. Differentiated marketing would be a much more viable approach in our situation. The general public needs to be able to rely on our council and our services if we truly wish to benefit from one another in the long run. To do this, we must identify the key publics that are most inclined to use our facilities. Considering the already existing facilities we have, the targeting market segments should be sports coaches and enthusiasts, studiers and environmentalists. Jeremy Slate, CEO of Slate Sporting Promotions, refers to working with sport influencers. For local sports, your influencers can be local players, coaches, sport influencers, and even notable fans. If you're targeting a much wider audience, contract fitness influencers or sports influencers to boost your reach and appeal. The further research needed to implement these key sporting publics to improve the engagement and appeal is to simply identify who they are and reach out to them. Over 70% of people under the age of 25 trust influencers' opinions online, specifically those on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. These social media platforms, like Facebook and Instagram, are a perfect bridge to connect the recreational citizens of Crumpy City, whether they are in sporting teams or simply enjoy exercising. In terms of education, Crumpy City reflects education trends similar to that of Australia. Children go to school to learn, and approximately 40% seek higher education after school. This means that whether they want to or not, youth need to study and practice what they learn. Penn State University professor George Farrow declares that with respect to students, schooling facilities affect health, behaviour, engagement, learning, and growth and achievement. Thus, researchers generally conclude that without adequate facilities and resources, it is extremely difficult to serve the large numbers of children with complex needs. Establishing relationships between libraries and schools while students are attending junior and high school, will encourage them to grow accustomed to using the library as a facility to aid their education. The learning and growth and achievement of our youth is crucial in determining the success of our own city's future. Usually, environmentalists are overlooked or viewed as a threat by major companies and organisations due to their protesting nature, slandering company names. However, Crumpy City has facilities purely established for waste collection, recycling, maintaining parks, playgrounds and gardens. There is simply no need for the usual protesting nature of environmentalists. Just their engagement to mutually appreciate the surrounding environment as we do. Just like practically every other group or organisation in today's world, environmentalists form in groups across social media. Not only do Crumpy City's environmentalists not have to oppose us, but they can join us. We have said how we maintain parks and gardens, and I'm sure they would be delighted to help preserve our beautiful nature, working with and even amongst us. Over the next 3 months, if you, the council, follow and implement the suggested information, the rate of community engagement should drastically increase. In order for the community of Crumpy City to mutually benefit with organisations, such as this council, they need to know they have these magnificent facilities available to them. Furthermore, they need to accept the usage of these facilities into their everyday behaviours. Targeting the sports, studies and environmentalist key publics are crucial to begin sufficient community engagement throughout Crumpy City. Once these major publics are engaged, the remaining facilities and existing communities will be encouraged to join in their newfound community engagement. Thank you, and I wish you the best of luck to all of your future endeavours.